Good morning, family. Good morning, good morning. Jaden was our alarm clock this morning. I didn't set my alarm clock, Jenny didn't set hers, and he woke up crying for a bottle. And thank God he did, because if he didn't, Bubba's would be late for school. We're a little tired to say the least, but we are gonna get through it. Take that boy to school, Bubby Doobies, and come home, take a nap.
Good morning, family. Look at me. I look like crap. I was supposed to do my makeup and everything this morning, and I slept through because baby Jay had me up most of the night, and I couldn't wake up this morning. My phone was off. I don't know how I had enough battery, and the alarm didn't go off. So I woke up like, oh crap, Bubba's is gonna miss school, and it's like the last week. So I panicked. I checked the clock, and it was 10 till 8. Thank God. Honestly, baby Jay woke us up. And I made Rice Krispie treats as thank you packages for some of the people that were really kind at Bubba's school. I put them in containers. I'm gonna take some to Cass too, and get our day started. I'm not gonna put any makeup on because my eyes have been really red. That medication I'm taking for pain, I don't know, it makes my eyes really red, irritated, almost like when you have allergies. But I have to take it because the other day I tried to be tough and I didn't, and that was a big mistake. I was in a lot of pain. Now that I'm feeling better, I decided to come over to Babies R Us and load up on some of the things that we need, like baby formula, and also Jaden needs some more pacifiers.
So fam, we had to pull over to feed Jaden because he was super hungry, and look, you gotta see him. He looks like he's wearing a chef hat. Is that funny or what?
Oh, babe, don't talk about him.
Look, look, look. I love it. He is knocked out. He said, Mommy, put me back in my car seat. Let me go to sleep. Hey, Jaden.
Diaper change. Look at his little diapers, babe. These are the Honest Company diapers. They have designs. Aren't they cute?
Yeah, I think the guitars are my favorite, though.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, it's sometimes I think I worry more than my wife, and I'm the husband.
You think?
Like, I'm always worried. I want everything to be okay. And
Babe, watch how you're grabbing him. Babe, be careful. Babe, babe, babe. And I'm like, am I the mom or are you the mom?
she's the mom. I'm the dad. I'm just being protective, that's all. So, Mommy is getting a bottle. I'm hanging out. We had a little date today and we cruised around. It was nice. I did all the driving. Jenny had to run in and get some tops so she can feel comfortable. And we got some clothes for baby Jay. Come on with that bottle, Mama. He ain't happy. Jaden, you know you have the best mom ever. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, right now you're too little to get what I'm saying to you, but I'm going to tell you anyway because I'm bonding with you and I love you with all my heart. But your mom cooks so freaking good that one day you're going to say, tastes so good. Make me want to slap my mama. You know that? Her baked goods are on another level. It's so good. And when she cooks with so much love and passion. Gosh. And it's just amazing. Like, every taste is just like, make you want to groan. You know that? And then your dad, he's a pretty good guy. Sometimes I could be a little protective, but, you know, I want the best for my boys. A little bit.
A little much.
A little bit. But other than that, I'm pretty cool. I hope you don't get gassy like me and Bubby Doobies. Because we get gassy sometimes, but
I'm the one stuck with that.
You know, they always say the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So if you have it, you have it. We still love you. We'll be stinky together.
Finally took a quick break. I have to declutter this room because there's really not a lot of storage down here, and all this clutter has been getting to me. So much so that I'm ready to sneak upstairs and put things away. But I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. Okay. That I was just sitting here talking to Lee, and I'm like, you know, we have so much to be grateful for, and not just for like the materialistic things, which don't really matter. They're nice to have. I mean, who doesn't want nice things? But it's not important. Like, we have so much to be grateful for our marriage, for our health, for our kids. I'm so happy that he talked me into having another baby because I was really scared, and I guess because I didn't have such a good experience at first pregnancy, and I could tell you guys that story another time, but it was tough, and I went through postpartum depression and all of those things, so it was really difficult to come out of, and a lot of people ask us, right, babe, how do you guys have such an amazing relationship?
A lot of work. A lot of work.
A lot of work on your part.
That was a handful.
Yeah, he was bad, you guys. It took a lot of patience. It took me leaving. Because he was like, okay, go ahead. You can go. You're free to go. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm getting tired. Just so you know, when I leave, I might not come back. And he was like, okay, go ahead. And I was like, really? One day, I booked a flight. I took Bubba's. I went back to Texas. And I said, I'm done. You don't want to try? I'm out. And sometimes I think it takes drastic measures like those. And I wouldn't answer his calls. He would not stop calling. Mr. Tough, Mr. Go ahead, go, was calling like nobody's business. Oh my gosh. And it just took so much. And I wanted to share this with you guys because I know that, you know, when you're in a relationship, sometimes things can get really, really tough to the point where you're ready to call it quits. But for me, I knew he had an amazing heart. He was just afraid to show it because he had gotten hurt so much. And those are also really long stories. So hopefully we'll tell you guys as, you know, our vlogs progress. But he had been hurt so much, you know, that he didn't want me to, you know, see his heart. And he wouldn't open up and he wouldn't let me through.
I felt vulnerable.
That's how you felt, babe?
I felt really vulnerable. And, you know, growing up, it was tough because my mom raised 4 boys and I was the oldest and I had to overlook my brothers and it was tough. So when I decided to leave home and move to Vegas, I was scared, but I needed a change, you know, and change is good. But I never knew that I would cross paths with this woman right here. And when I crossed paths with her, you know, growing up, my dad would always tell me, you know, be careful so that you don't get hurt. You know, you put a
Tell
wall
them
up.
what he really said.
It was my way or the highway, my dad would tell me.
Mm-hmm.
And all my boys wear cowboy boots. That's how he would tell us. Cowboy boots. So when we would date growing up, if a girl would come by the house and say, oh, can you grab me a glass of milk? And I would go grab the milk. And my dad goes, hold on, wait a minute. You're moving way too fast. Sit down.
And at least putting it nicely.
Ma'am, there's the milk right there in the refrigerator. Go grab the milk. And I'm like, Dad. And he's like, nope, you're moving too fast because that's how you get whipped. So, long story short, he'd always talk about, you know, not being whipped. Because when you get whipped, you fall apart, you get weak, and it's over. So, that's what I always thought. And when I met Jenny, I was very cold-hearted, very distant, and I loved her. I knew I loved her because the minute I laid eyes on her, I knew. I was like, this woman is mine. She is the one for me. I want to spend the rest of my life with her. And even my brothers were like coming up to me, like touching my head. Lee, you got a fever? You're moving kind of fast. You want to talk about it? It's like, no,
Lee was a player, you guys. He was a player, and he was really tough on me. And here I am, a girl from Texas, really naive, and you know, wishing that it's a Cinderella story, and it's not, because life isn't a Cinderella story. You know, life is what you make it. And it took a lot of tears, a lot of hard work. And for anybody to say, oh, we just have the best relationship in the whole wide world and blah, blah, blah. That's a lie, because it's not. At least not for us. That wasn't the case. Now it is. But it took amazing. How much work?
Yeah.
How much freaking work.
We just kept our faith. We kept our faith. We kept pushing forward. And we really did. We persevered. Like, you know, life is a test. And trials and tribulations. You go through things together and you grow together. And it's like, you know, going to war, kind of, you know, you battle and you cry, you sweat, you bleed, and when I bleed like that, I'm not abusive, but you know what I mean. It's just a saying. Don't take it that way.
Oh, you're like the least abusive person. I'm the one that's like,
yeah, she's always slapping me. She gives me soppies all the time.
But they're out of love. They're not really like, I hate you, you know. whatever thingies. It's more like, I love you. Let me hit you real quick.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's more like slapping the butt. That doesn't count.
Yeah, she's always slapping my machine.
Your machine.
Yeah.
So it wasn't always easy, guys, and Lee wasn't always the sweet man that you guys know now. Because he actually let the wall down. But before, when he had the wall up, it was like I was knocking on cold brick. Like, it was not going to happen. Until I left. And then he was like, I'm sorry, I'll change.
But I got to tell you what, the hardest thing for me was showing emotion. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. Like, if I teared up, I felt weak.
Yeah.
And once I let that wall down and I knew that, you know, she's not here to hurt me. She's here for me, to protect me, to love me, you know, to make sure that I'm okay as well as I'm going to make sure she's okay. Once I felt that safety valve, you know,
secure.
And I was totally different. Man, I would shed tears. I would do all kinds of stuff. I'm like, this isn't me. What the heck is going on?
I remember.
And Jenny would just giggle, not like laughing at me, but like, wow. And I'd be like, babe, don't laugh at me. It's not funny.
No, I broke through, kind of like happiness. Like, I broke through.
Yeah.
Like, finally, it took so much, and I broke through.
Yeah, but it was really good. I'm glad she did, because things are so much better for the both of us.
They are.
You know, we've come a long
so many
way.
blessings, and also our faith. Our faith has kept us in a place where only words, no words could really describe it. I think that's what's really, you know how like Tyler Perry always says, a family that prays together stays together? I believe that.
I do too. It's real talk.
Who's sleeping here? Now you're awake. Hi, pretty boy. Hi. You're finally awake. Hi. Hi, Jaden. Hi. Show everybody your dimple. Show everybody your little dimple right here. You got daddy's little dimple, huh? And those cheeks. Yeah. You come be with your blankie. Bubba's, what are you doing over there?
I don't know.
I can't believe your frisbee went up there. How did you do that?
My fridge controlled it overnight.
It controlled itself?
Yeah, when I thrown it, it just wanted to head up there like...
Head up there like
Yeah.
a mouse?
Yeah, look, is that even... How is it possible that I can land like that like a book?
I don't know. Do you want a quesadilla?
I said yes.
You said yes?
Yes, please.
Much better. Hi, Jaden. Hi, you've never been awake this much. How are you? Say hi, everyone. I'm Jaden and I'm awake. You're a lot more alert than before. Right, Bubba's?
Yeah.
Isn't he more awake?
Yeah, but...
What'd you do to your quesadilla?
I don't know. Stripping off all by itself.
Hi, Jaden. Hi. Hi. Big chickies. You are awake like no other day. You haven't been this awake since you were born. Say hi, family.